needs to be done in that aspect. And hopefully it will happen soon.
If such a support system exists in your school, why do you think there are few Latino students like yourself not going for it in terms of achievement? What do you think holds them back? Valentina?
I think what holds them back is sometimes themselves, and sometimes their friends. I think it's what we hang around with. You tend to think whoever you hang around with, your ideology, it's like that. And I also think your parents, they got to get involved in how you think and where you want to go.
Mario?
I think it's the people that you hang around with. Like, if you hang around with the bad crowd, that's not going to get you to college. Like, you're probably not going to get to college either. So you got to associate with people that are going to get into college and things like that.
I don't know if I should really answer that question. Since my freshman year, I've been going to the same school, and our school, all the kids that I know that are pretty much college oriented. I haven't heard anybody say I'm not going to go to college. You know, it's really, everybody really there has, you know, they want to do something in life. And if anything, I think, yeah, probably sometimes they're not willing sometimes to put enough time into their studies because they have to work and help out at home. I think that might be one of the factors sometimes in some cases.
Yeah, like she said, one of the factors are the big families. Probably like mine, told them that you can get continuous education because that is helping with the student family. And friends, I think that's another one. The people you hang with. Well, I have friends that don't want to continue their education because they don't have the money, probably because they don't think they will do it. But I have a friend that they do whatever they have to do to continue their education. And it depends your friends and also you. If you want to continue your education, you will do it.
Well, I think that you know, just seeing this conference right now, and I know that the vast majority of people here are going to go to college, and that is because they've been educated. That is because they've had people like Paulie Gonzalez come and tell them, look, I was on welfare, but you know what? I can do it, and so can you. And I think that we could all be educated. You know, there's only 36 of us, you know, right now. And I think if, you know, if we could educate the other 10,000 out there, you know, that would really make a difference. You know, friends have a lot to do. I know, parents and, you know, big families, but education is the key. I think if we would really, you know, look at that, because just look at the people here right now. You know, we've been educated. You know, we know now we see, you know, what the future holds. You know, Wayne Tanaka, he comes and he tells you, guys, you need to have a college degree. Because if you don't, you're not going to make it in the 2000s. See, I think if we could put that into the minds of all those youngsters out there, you know, that would really make a difference. We really need to educate the people, not just the 36 of us, but we need to go and we need to tell our friends so that they can know and be aware of what's going on. I think education is the key. And just...
Yeah, okay, so that leads me to my next question. What makes education important to you, your family, and friends?
Yeah, well, education, you need to be educated. You definitely have to know what's going on. You must have education to get a good job. You must have education to, you know, just to know how to handle yourself and different, you know, activities, different social gatherings. And you need to have education. You need to know how to talk to people. You need to know how to do this and that in different settings. You need to know how to handle yourself. And education is just the only way you can really learn, you know, what to do. And I think a lot of the problems right now in society are because of lack of education. You know, if we would educate people on just loving one another, we wouldn't have wars. If we would educate people on AIDS, we wouldn't have so much. And if we would really educate people on everything, not just, this or this, but everything, we would just educate people. If we could educate the world, then we wouldn't have racism, we wouldn't have sexism, we wouldn't have any of those problems. So I know my family has really encouraged me to continue my education. Both of my parents, none of them went to high school, and they regret it, and they want their kids to go to college, and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna make sure that my brothers do the same. And I think that education is the key to success.
Like I said, education is the key to success. To support yourself and to support your family, and also to support your community. When you're educated, you gotta pull somebody you gotta participate in the community, to educate your Hispanics, Latinos, who have another mentality about education. And if we're educated, we have no gag problems. We don't have all the problems we're experiencing right now.
I think education is very important if you want get a good job when you're older, because if you don't, all jobs are disappearing because it's computers and things, and if you don't have an education, you're going to be working at McDonald's. So you gotta have an education to support your family.
I think an education is important not only for success, but I think also it gives you a lot of self-confidence to know something. When somebody talks to you, you want to give an informed answer. You don't want to be there lost. You don't know what to say. And my parents have always emphasized it. Fortunately, my parents were educated in Cuba. They just couldn't make it a lot here because of the language barrier. But they've all, my mom's always been there for me. And if I've ever had any projects to do, she stayed up till 5 in the morning helping me. And she's always encouraged me. And I think that's been a big help. Been positive on me going in and learning.
Well, education for me is very important. Not just because for me, because I want to be educated. It's from a family. I have younger brothers and sisters, and I want to make a big help them, show them that you want, and what I can do it. If they want it, they will do it. And also because I work with the Hispanic community to show them that we're here in a opportunity country that we can do it, we want to example to them, and we want more